I've been noticing a big corporate shift away from DEI, away from all the pride stuff. And I called it last year. I was like, I think next year, this year's been crazy, man. Last year, the DEI stuff hit its peak, and everybody hated it. Bud Light controversy happened. Kid Rock was murdering cans of Bud Light with bullets. It was crazy, man. And this year's different. Everybody's getting away from it. Nobody's talking about it. And it's funny. It's hilarious. Love to see it. I'd love to see more of it. Or I guess less of it.
So this is a new story. It came out today. So what we have now is we have a post-mortem. Now, post-mortems are what happened after something died. What happened and what died? Dragon Age died. So
ooh, too bad. I've never even played a single Dragon Age game.
So Jason Schreier, and this is the guy, Jason Schreier, he writes this whole article inside the Dragon Age debacle that gutted EA's BioWare, what is this, move this shit down, BioWare studio.
It really makes you think what Mass Effect 4 is gonna be like. Because that's coming, ain't it, still? They still doing that? Oh boy. That's gonna be an absolute disaster, I think.
So he's writing this whole article explaining why Dragon Age was bad and everything. And I wanted to go back and see.
Ever since Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem, man, they've really been on a downhill trajectory.
Exactly where it came down to what is actually people's response to the game. And this is a big issue. And so let's scroll down. We're going to find and see if there's any level of instance of this where he talks about why the game wasn't liked. And so have Grok summarized? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something. When Dragon Age The Veilguard, this is the important part. When Dragon Age The Veilguard finally premiered on Halloween 2024 after many internal delays, some staff members thought there was a lot to like, including the game's new combat system, but players were less impressed and sales sputtered.
Yeah, and everybody was trying to tell us that it was a 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 game. Return to form, remember that?
Actions of the fan base are mixed, to put it gently. No, they were not mixed.
No, it was overwhelmingly negative.
It was actually very one-dimensional. Some, like myself, adore it for various reasons. Others feel utterly betrayed for certain design choices. And so this is the big issue that Jason has, is that
he can't admit it. He knows what the problem is, he just won't say it.
Jason Schreier does not even want, this is, like, I think Jason, like, it's embarrassing because I think Jason is he's a journalist and he's just pushing propaganda.
That's what they all do, pretty much. Really, the only people that are trustworthy are YouTubers. And it's really sad. It's sad how we got to this point.
Like, if you actually think that the reason why Dragon Age failed didn't have anything to do with that, like, type of woke and, like, fucking social messaging.
Yeah, and, like, pandering, preachy nonsense.
You're out of your fucking mind. You're
True.
Totally fucking delusional if you think that didn't happen. And, like, the only...
Yeah, they are completely delusional. You're right.
Like, the only credibility that you give to this at all is one small paragraph that you don't even explain why people are mad about it. You don't even give any credibility to it. And the only time that you talk about it is in the context of somebody saying that it was wrong. That's ridiculous. And so the problem is that, like, and this is the issue, is that he said the game was a success in the first few days. He did. Let me see.
That's why he's not like a top games journalist. He's just like, I don't know, the least woke out of all the wokies in the game journalism space. People still go to him for information sometimes. Usually just to see how the left actually feels about topics in the gaming community. Not really actual real gaming news.
See here, Jason. Forbes, Dragon Age. I think I can probably fix this, right? Yeah. Jason Schreier, Dragon Age tweet. So this is what Jason Schreier said initially. He said, go woke or go top the charts, right? There's no way you genuinely like this turd. I actually don't like the game very much, but I like seeing you chuds get dunked on.
Oh, fuck. Yep, really showed us chuds, am I right?
So Jason Schreier went and he actually tried to defend this game and try to make all the people that didn't like it look bad and look stupid. But it turns out that it doesn't matter because people didn't buy the game, and now he has to write an entire post-mortem on why this game not only killed the franchise, but killed basically the entire studio.
Yep, and he's never gonna acknowledge the fact that he was wrong and that he was calling out chuds. Saying that, like, oh, are you mad that this game's successful? And we were just sitting there like, are you an idiot? We can see that it's failing. We can see that all these games are failing.
And so he roached out, and this, by the way, he roached all the way out of Twitter completely. Like, he's still not, is he still on that Blue Sky shit? Let me see if he is.
Oh boy, I hope not. Probably not, but maybe. That place is a dumpster fire, and it's rolling it downhill out of control also.
Where Jason Schreier, yeah, he got his shit locked down, and he's still on Blue Sky. And you go and follow him on Blue Sky, you see what's going on with this. This is not good, man.
He is on Blue Sky. Oh, wow. That's probably the most likes that anybody gets on Blue Sky.
It's not good at all. I suspect that here in the Dragon Age Veilguard numerous development, a lot of Palins expressing empathy for the people in the trenches. And you got people talking about this without being hyperbolic. As a manager insisting on deadlines, it's like, yeah, you only got 2,000. This would be way more people talking about this and saying about this. And so you sitting there on your hug box, you're not doing yourself or anybody any favors. And so the reality is that a lot of people, despite all the BioWare higher-ups that he talked to, he intentionally missed the story. The game failed because it was defined in the minds of the audience by YouTubers making fun of the quests and the pronouns.
Yep, YouTubers, they're usually right. At least for stuff that I like and don't like. I agree with them for the most part, at least the people that I watch. And that's why they end up in my feed and why I watch them, I guess. But yeah, we're always right, every single time.
This is the game that proved that approval from Asmongold matters more than approval for IGN.
True, that's why I'm watching an Asmongold video about this, and not an IGN video, because IGN wouldn't make something like this.
I don't even think it's about me, right? Like, I'm not even talking about me. Like,
it's not really even about you, it's about them.
Like, there's a lot of people that make, because this is the reality. Why the people pushing this? No, these people want to ignore the elephant in the room.
Yeah, it's not just Asmongold either. It's like, I watch Asmongold, I get his opinion, I watch like 5 other creators get their opinions, and all of them kind of meld into one, then I make my final conclusion.
They ignore the elephant in the room. They say it's not there. It's not there. So Paul Tassi goes back, he tweets about this. He says, it's easy to push back on this, but when, quote, woke debates consume literally the entire marketing campaign, that it can in fact be damaging. It is. Like, if you think that it's not bad when you have a trailer come out and most people think that it's garbage and it has a negative like-dislike ratio or an under 50% like-dislike ratio, you have a fucking problem. You have a major fucking problem.
People will tell me all the time when I'm talking about, like, I react to all these people like Asmongold, Clownfish TV, and all these people, Endymion, and they're like, you're just in an echo chamber. And I'm like, bro, this is fucking video games. What are we talking about here? Like, this isn't... They want to bring politics in it. We're trying to get politics out. What are you talking about, echo chamber? I want to be alone when I'm playing video games. I don't mind if there's an echo. I've got headphones on. It's fucking stupid.
And these people can pretend like the elephant's not in the room, but at the end of the day, the game comes out and it fucking is. And he admitted to not even liking the game. Yeah. And so, yeah, words that fell on a CEO agreed with you. Yo, everybody did, right? And so, and yes, Asmongold trashing something does actually matter now, like it or not.
So fucking true. And if Asmongold says a game is mid-tier, like it's not bad, it's not good, that's the worst possible thing that could happen. Avowed being a 7 out of 10, can't have that shit. It's a 9 out of 10. Return to form again. Super popular, the most popular. It's like they're pulling all the Trump tactics, where you're just lying about it being the greatest thing of all time.
That is a sad state of affairs, isn't it? That must suck. Like, if I was them, I'd be fucking pissed, man. I'd be out of my goddamn fucking mind having to see that shit. And so, yeah, 100%. He has a lot of blue sky parts about this article. Look at it. It's insane. Well, yeah, no, the thing is, you got a problem for sure, especially because you had a solid foundation you built a shit on. Yeah, no, it was awful. And so, anyway, I respond back to this, and I said this myself. And we're also reading our boy SkillUp's review is particularly damaging. Written like HRs in the room was a line that was repeated throughout. Anytime there was a Veilguard discussion, Gene is 100% fucking right on this, like 300% right on this. And people like that line even transcended Veilguard. Like, that line is how people define woke dialogue in general.
Yep. I don't think it actually started with Veilguard. I think people were talking about it. And then Veilguard got super popular in the gaming space, and the gamers are online, and then it just spread like that. More and more people used it. And now, yeah, it's just a thing. I think Dragon Age definitely helped spread that fire.
Like, that's been how it's happened all the time. And so what a go. No, Paul also has done the same thing, and he probably even admit this. No, he would not admit this, but he knows it's true. You talk about the problems and you act like the issues that these games have and the social media dialogue isn't real. And you downplay it all the time whenever you write about these issues. And in doing so, you mislead the audience.
It's like you're putting the agenda first and then game second. You want to push your political ideology into something. You just happen to be in the games industry, so that's what you put it in.
Into making them believe that the attribution for why something happens isn't what it actually is. It just fundamentally is misleading, right? He did it with Marathon. He did do it with Marathon. And so, like, and I see him doing that all the time. And
yeah, everybody does. All the real people do. And all the fake wokies that give them attention, they don't actually play video games.
I said, well, I'm sure making videos is a rallying point. The reality is most people consume content that reinforces what they already believe. There are people who adamantly defend woke games, but nobody watches them because those ideas and viewpoints are inherently unpopular. And so he responded,
Yeah, and then, like, woke people will glaze it and be like, this is the greatest thing ever, and really just 10% of them have played it or consumed the product, and the rest of them are just talking about it online. They have entered the conversation online pretending that they have consumed the product when they actually haven't.
I actually didn't even see this. This is the first time I'm reading this. The term influencer exists for a reason. The people like you or Rogan or whoever shape the views on topics and not just act like a mirror. On top of that, negative content will get 10x the attention as positive, which applies to the whole anti-woke industry and why it's so successful. That's not even really true. Now, the reason why this isn't true is that, like, I can come up with some examples. Like, let me come up with 3 examples right now. Let's look at Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, and Expedition 33, okay? These are 3 really big popular games that came out recently. And every single video that was negative about those games was not popular at all, and people were inherently negative and they hated those videos and nobody cared. But all the videos glazing it, like, well, let me see here,
Yeah, when you look on the other side of the aisle, it's not the same. It's the exact opposite. Whenever you look at the woke leftist games, everybody's piling on hating it, and the ones that are glazing it are getting all the hate. And over here on our side, the games that are good, everybody's piling on loving it, and all the people who hate it were piling on hating on them. Like, which side do you want to be on?
33 best game. Like, if I just search this up, like, you got 2 million fucking views on this, and this is game ranks. People are massively fucking positive about this. People are talking about, we didn't talk about this. Everybody is positive about this fucking game. And so really, people...
Yeah, and media is absolutely silent about it. You notice that? Not getting any articles about this game. Not getting articles like you were with Assassin's Creed Shadows or Avowed, which was fucking everywhere. They were everywhere. Not this game. Not the games that don't fit the corporate mold.
People do not consume content that is negative or positive. Maybe negativity bias exists to an extent, but a 10x is absolutely not the multiplier. The reality here is that people consume content that reinforces their existing biases. So if there's a game that comes out and everybody thinks it's good, then you make content about the game being good, and you're going to have everybody loving the content. If there's a game that comes out and it's bad, you make content about the game being bad. You make a video saying it's bad, everybody's going to love the content. The reality is that people consume content based off of what is appealing to them and what they already believe. That's the truth. And like, you can see this, and like, again, I just gave 3 examples. Like, look at all the videos glazing Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, and Expedition 33. Compare that to the videos that are negative about those games. Is that a 10x ratio? Do the videos that are negative have 10 times the views? Absolutely, they don't.
I noticed this guy down here. I mean, he's trying to defend Asmongold a little bit. He says, not that you should cater to that. Cater to what? The audience, the consumer? Yeah, you actually should be catering to them. Asmongold represents the majority of white men gamers. I mean, yes, but that's not just who is a part of his audience. There's a lot of black people that are a part of his audience, a lot of Indians. A lot of the black people who I watch, like, and react to, they know about Asmongold and they think he's awesome. So it's not just a race thing. People love Asmongold. People hate Asmongold.
Because this idea is not true. And the fact is that people like, and it's easy to say that, right? It's easy to say what he's saying, but it's just simply not represented in data. That's it. It's just not. Actual well-made, yeah, Hogwarts Legacy too? Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, not that you should. No, people are talking about this a lot. And I watched clips of Veilguard, thought they were cringe, so I didn't buy the game. Yeah, it's that simple. It's a good thing to offer perspective.
To be fair, if Dragon Age Veilguard would have been an amazing game, I probably still wouldn't have bought it. Because I haven't played any other Dragon Age game. So I was just sitting back, relaxing, and laughing at all the drama.
And not just push people to pursue confirmation bias all the time, Bucko. I guess this person thinks that I'm confirming confirmation bias. I'm observing a trend. I'm not telling people what to think. It's sad to think, but there's a lot of people that just don't know how to. And did you not bash the wokeness of Avowed and it died? If it's bad, it's bad. Yeah, I think so. But like,
they just know that Asmongold is telling what he thinks, and in their space, they all have to think the same. So they think that everybody that is in the audience of Asmongold, whatever Asmongold says is what they think. And what he says is how they should think. Because that's how it works for them. That's not how the real world works. We can all think for ourselves. We can all disagree. There's a lot of stuff I disagree with Asmongold about, such as OnlyFans models. I think that it's disgusting and it shouldn't be a thing. And he thinks that it's not a problem. And I'd still hang out with the dude.
For example, like, you can look at South of Midnight. Like, I thought that game was pretty decent. It was all right. And it didn't matter because people had already decided that they didn't like the game. So the point that I'm getting at is that with a lot of these games and everything is that you can't say that negativity bias is super strong when every video about Arc Raiders is positive and they're super popular. Every video recently about Tarkov, like during that one like drama thing, was negative and it was popular. But like now they're more popular. The videos that are popular are the videos that reflect the viewpoints of the majority of people. Sorry. It just makes sense. So I gotta say, not true. I mean, again, how many examples do I have to use? You can not true me all you want.
Yeah, how many times is he right? How many times am I right? How many times are we all right about everything? We're always right. We might miss some details, but usually when we say something's weird and it's gonna fail, it usually does. Or when we say something's gonna make money but it's not gonna be enough, usually does. I mean, come on. That's probably why there's so many people piling on, because they're realizing that we're right and they really don't want us to be right.
But like, I'm coming up with examples. People just keep coming up and saying this over and over. So that's really it. So this is a...
I see a lot of people just repeating themselves, saying the same thing, repeating each other, really, not repeating themselves. I'll see a bunch of hate comments, but it's all the same. It's all making fun of the way I look, the way I sound, calling me right-wing. It's just like, say something funny. Say something useful. I'm not even right-wing. I'm not actually even right-wing. I'm just a guy over here making fun of people who are obviously morons. That's all I got. Buy a t-shirt down there in the description. I'm out.